Have you ever been asked to take a paternity test at someone else's wedding? Last summer, I was at my cousin Dimitri's wedding when the bride's sister cornered me during cocktail hour. We need to talk, Natasha said, pulling me behind the venue's rose garden. I figured she wanted help with some wedding crisis, maybe a missing corsage or drunk uncle situation. Instead, she pulled out a DNA testing kit from her purse. I need you to take this, now. I laughed, thinking it was some bizarre wedding game. Is this like a scavenger hunt thing? Her face stayed deadly serious. My sister is about to marry your cousin, and I have reason to believe her daughter might be yours. My stomach dropped. 4 years ago, I'd had a brief thing with the bride, Katerina, before she and Dimitri got together. We'd agreed never to mention it since they were clearly meant for each other, but her daughter Sophia was 3.5, and the math was uncomfortably possible. This is insane, I said. You want me to take a paternity test at her wedding? Natasha grabbed my arm. If you're not the father, no harm done, but if you are, don't you think everyone deserves to know before she says I do? I tried to leave, but she blocked my path. Sophia has your eyes, your exact nose. She even does that thing where she scrunches her face when she laughs, just like you. I hadn't noticed, but now that she mentioned it, the resemblance was unsettling. The ceremony was starting in 20 minutes. Guests were taking their seats. I could see Dimitri adjusting his tie, beaming with happiness. Even if I took this test, results take days, I protested. Natasha smiled coldly. Not this one. It's a rapid test. Results in 15 minutes. My friend works at a lab and hooked me up. Against every instinct, I let her swab my cheek. We stood in that garden, watching the timer on her phone while wedding music played in the distance. Those were the longest 15 minutes of my life. When her phone buzzed, she looked at the screen and her face went pale. Probability of paternity, 99.97%. The music changed. The ceremony was beginning. Through the garden trellis, I could see Katerina walking down the aisle in her white dress, Sophia toddling behind her as flower girl, my daughter. The word hit me like a physical blow. We have to stop this, Natasha said, already moving toward the ceremony. I grabbed her wrist. No, we don't. She stared at me in disbelief. She's been lying to my cousin for years. To you. To everyone. Or maybe she doesn't know, I said. Maybe she really thinks Dimitri is the father. Natasha shook her head. The timing doesn't work unless... Her eyes widened. Unless you two were together while she was with him. The truth was worse. Katerina and I had one last night together a month into her relationship with Dimitri. She'd been having doubts, wondering if she'd chosen the right cousin. One bottle of wine led to a mistake we both regretted immediately. 9 months later, Sophia was born premature, but somehow perfectly healthy at 8 pounds. The officiant's voice carried across the garden. If anyone objects to this union, speak now or forever hold your peace. Natasha looked at me expectantly. I stayed silent. The ceremony continued. You're really going to let this happen? She hissed. Your daughter will grow up calling another man daddy. I watched Dimitri lift Sophia onto his hip, kissing her forehead as Katerina said her vows. The joy on his face was pure. She already does, I said, and he's a better father than I'd ever be. He wanted her from day one. He coaches her soccer team, reads her bedtime stories, knows her favorite dinosaur. I'm just the guy who contributed DNA. Natasha pocketed the test results, disgust clear on her face. This is wrong. Maybe she was right. But watching my cousin promise to love and cherish the woman I'd nearly ruined things with, watching him include Sophia in their unity ceremony, I knew keeping quiet was my gift to all of them. The reception was torture. During toasts, Dimitri thanked God for bringing him not just a wife, but a daughter. Katerina caught my eye once, just for a second, and I saw she knew. She'd always known. The question in her glance was clear. Would I destroy this? I raised my glass with everyone else. Later, while the couple danced, Sophia ran up to me. Uncle! She squealed, arms raised. I picked her up, and she patted my face with sticky cake hands. You look sad, she announced with 3-year-old certainty. Just happy tears, I lied. She nodded sagely and wiggled down to run back to her parents. Her real parents, the ones who'd raise her, love her, be there for every moment that mattered. I left early, claiming a work emergency. Natasha never told anyone about the test, though she never spoke to me again either. Last week, Katerina sent me a thank you card for the wedding gift. Inside, in careful handwriting, the greatest gift was the one you didn't give. Dimitri is getting adoption papers ready. Sophia will legally be his. Thank you for letting our family be. I burned the card, but kept the photo she'd included of the 3 of them. Sometimes love means knowing when you're not part of the picture.